Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cuddyback, Drake Non-Typical, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, Wasp Archery, and Realtree.
Well, it's about 15 minutes after the opening of the gun season for Wisconsin, and I've already had a decent morning for where I am. I'm sitting out in this swamp area, and it's really, really easy to hear the deer coming. There's a thin layer of ice on all the water, so they keep on breaking through. And so this to the south of me, I probably had like 10 deer coming walking through really casually. And I saw one pop out, so I decided to put the binocs up on it, and it was actually a decent buck. I don't know if he was a shooter or not. I'm gonna kind of look back at the video to see what he was and really debate, but he ended up walking back with all the does and another buck, and he walked back south even further. I gave a couple of grunts, and there was nothing really came towards me. But then I don't know if they got spooked or if they smelt our wind possibly, but all the does came back flying, coming back towards me, probably 100 yards out behind me to the east, and I was waiting for the bucks to come back following, and I have yet to see them. Maybe they'll come later today, or maybe maybe they bedded down in this stuff and I just didn't see it. But so far it's turning out to be a pretty nice day, so keep on sitting and hopefully we can shoot some. That's awesome. He's a nice deer. That's the one I saw this morning. He ended up coming back. Dropped it right there. I had a smaller buck come in from more west right in front of me. And he came right from the south, just like every single deer did today. And he got probably 30 yards from me. And he started getting a little skeptical, and so he started walking to the west. And all of a sudden he was right there, and I kept on hearing something back behind me, and I kept on checking, but I didn't want to move too much because that buck was kind of looking this way, and he kept on looking up at me. And all of a sudden I saw it was the buck I saw this morning, and the way he came in really nice. And 20 yards, something like that. It's my second one with the gun. That's pretty cool. Well, it's Sunday now, and I took this guy into my backyard. I didn't really want to do an interview out when we recovered it, just because my dad wanted to sit an all-day hunt down there on the property that we're leasing, and also that lease isn't road accessible, so we had to travel through like 4 different neighboring properties, and they were all hunting as well, so we didn't really want to disturb them at all. So here he is. He's a beautiful 8-pointer, nice and massive. Really comes around, you can see on the beams, but I saw him right away in the morning. It's really easy to hear these deer coming through this swamp. I saw this guy walking in and quickly pulled the camera away, and I was filming that smaller buck. And as I was moving my camera, the smaller buck ran off, and I was actually thinking that he was gonna blow and stuff and really actually scare this buck off, and I thought that was gonna ruin my whole hunt. But I ended up pretty lucky that that smaller buck just kind of ran off, didn't put his tail up or anything. So I think that this buck probably saw that and thought he just spooked him out, and he continued to make his way in, and I was waiting for him to give me a perfect shot, and he did come in like 40 yards, I would say, and he was about to cross the neighbor's onto the neighbor's property, so I had a one-time shot, so I ended up pulling the trigger and I dropped him right there. I never actually had a buck drop right in their tracks, and that was awesome. So thank you for watching this week's episode of Midwest Whitetail Regional Great Lakes.
Well, welcome to Midwest Whitetail Great Lakes. Me and Rob made a last-minute run down here to Kentucky. On the 13th, he shot a pretty nice 10-point. You guys probably just watched the show. Right now we're on the kind of the west side, kind of the northwest. We got like the 3 valleys on this piece of property, and we're on the northwest valley of that, probably the west side of the property, deep in the woods. We had to hang a stand so we could film from this one. Now I've hunted out of the stand once. I really don't know a lot about it. It's beautiful back in here. The time I sit back here, I had a really nice buck walk through. So I've got the camera this time, so maybe we can get one on film. Temperature's going to drop down a little bit tonight. It looks like we're going to see some rain in the morning, so we'll be back in one of the box blinds. But as of tonight, it looks like wind's blowing just probably maybe 5-6 miles an hour. But there's a big acorn grove around here. The deer seem to love moving through here, and they were moving a little bit in the woods earlier today, I guess. So let's give it a shot. Let's see what we can see, and hopefully we can get a nice shot at a good buck, or at least see something. Well, I figured I'd do a little closeout before it got too dark. Yeah, as you see, we come back here, hung this stand, do a little filming. Kind of surprised, we set up, we got everything ready. I said, well, it's time to load the gun. Had a doe, she was probably 40 yards away from us. She had a buck back in the woods. Couldn't get her on film, had no idea they were even there. So other than that, we haven't seen nothing. It's been just, so quiet. There's no wind, but we did notice it's been swirling quite a bit on us down here, so it might not have been our best option. I don't want to say it was a bad hunt, but it was a little disappointing. Kind of coming down here, it's just one of those spots you just know a monster's walking through here at some point. But tonight wasn't the night, so hopefully tomorrow we can get on a good one. The temperature's supposed to drop. I think it's supposed to be about 34, 35 in the morning, so that should help a little bit too. So, well, that's it for tonight. I'm going to kind of slowly pack up and be back at it again tomorrow.